Good evening. My name's Don Johnson, and I am the Director of Fine Arts at Landmark. Thank you for joining us this evening for the Landmark Music Academy webinar. The purpose tonight is to share information regarding the Landmark Music Academy and answer any questions at the conclusion of the webinar. You may type your question in at any time during the webinar. However, we will only answer those questions at the end. Tonight's webinar is only audio and slides, so you will not see our live faces, but there might be a picture or two up there of us. I'm joined here with Dr. Daniel Wesche, the Associate Head of School.
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of Head of School Jason McMaster, we are looking forward to a bright future with the opening of the Landmark Music Academy. I'm excited to join you tonight. Jason could not be with us, but we recognize him as the one who cast the vision of the Landmark Music Academy and who brought us together tonight for the launch of this program.
Also on our webinar panel is newly appointed Monica Lee, the Landmark Music Academy Coordinator. Monica is well qualified for the position. She has experience in the music industry as a successful songwriter, singer, and performer. And as a follower of Christ, she has a love and a passion for excellence in educating and engaging students. Monica?
Hey everyone, I'm really excited to be a part of this journey with Landmark and can't wait to be in the classroom with your children. God is doing such great things here at Landmark.
You may read Monica's complete bio along with others who've been named as faculty on the Landmark website under the Music Academy page. Our agenda for the night includes reviewing the vision of the Landmark Music Academy, the mission, vision, core values of Landmark Christian School, the mission of Landmark Music Academy, Landmark Music Academy offerings, the typical day with the new schedule here at Landmark for those Landmark Music Academy students, application and audition process, the timeline of events, scholarships and tuition, and then we will end the evening with questions. So the vision, the Landmark Music Academy is a unique program for students interested in the music industry. The Music Academy combines the expertise of a network of industry leaders and professionals with Landmark's rich, relevant, and rewarding Christian education in hopes to prepare the next generation of musical talent for a dynamic future in the music industry. And Landmark is partnering with the Swedish company by Gazim Gashi for the development of the program. And Mr. Gashi is a cutting-edge entrepreneur. He's a Harvard Business student. He's developed branding for other music schools that are leading the way in Sweden, Europe, and the United States. And providing us professional guidance and resources will be an advisory board consisting of experts in the music industry and related fields. We're pleased to announce that executive producer Tamara Simmons has partnered with us in this capacity. So stay tuned for additional board members to be announced in the coming weeks. The Landmark Music Academy is designed for students in grades 9 through 12. However, there is also a pathway for select 8th graders to participate. Since Landmark Music Academy students are going to be Landmark students first and foremost, the mission of Landmark Christian School is to partner with Christian families by equipping college-bound students to embrace a Christ-centered worldview, grow as servant leaders, and steward God's unique purpose for their lives. And our vision is every student prepared to impact the world for Jesus Christ. The core values of Landmark are: we apply God's truth in daily lives, we embody a passion for excellence, we choose to serve others every day, we embrace diversity and value every student, we are a community of love and grace. And combining that with the Landmark Music Academy, it is to equip young artists to impact the world through leadership in the music industry. The Music Academy offerings for this initial year and the years to come will be in music theory, songwriting, keyboard and guitar lab, music production, digital recording, We have private instruction in the student's area of focus, be that vocal or instrumental, master classes and leadership modules on different topics within music business, promotion, contract law, and marketing. And there will also be hands-on field trips to local recording studios, record labels, publishing houses, and performing rights organizations. Now, the typical day for one of our students with our new schedule is we're going to include 2 flexible elective periods for the Music Academy. And for the students who are accepted, the typical schedule will still include the core academic subjects and as well as the 2 academy periods. And they'll be dispersed throughout the day like all the other classes here at Landmark. So how do we become a part of the Landmark Music Academy? Well, there's limited space in the Academy. So the process begins with a pre-screen audition. Students will fill out an online application to the Landmark Music Academy and submit a pre-screen audition video and essay. And this application is available on our website. And selected students from the pre-screen will be invited for the live audition and an interview to be held on April 17th and May 1st. Accepted Landmark Music Academy students must apply for and meet all Landmark admission requirements through the Office of Admission before they will be admitted into the Landmark Music Academy. So the timeline of events happening for the Landmark Music Academy, our first information session, public information session, will be on Sunday, March 24th at 2 p.m. It is during our information session that will begin in the gym. The next thing is our pre-screen application deadline, which is April 8th. So we have to have all applications with the videos as well as the essays in by April 8th. For those students selected from that pre-screen, the live auditions and interviews will be on April 17th from 6 to 8 p.m., May 1st from 6 to 8 p.m., and the Landmark Music Academy Summer Camp will be announced later regarding the date, but that will also take place this summer. And the opening of Landmark Music Academy will be this fall, 2019. So as you'll see on the screen there, we have a regular tuition and so on and so forth, but there will be some scholarships available at up to $2,500 to a select few students. The regular tuition applies. However, there is a $1,500 fee for the Landmark Music Academy students, which includes 36 private voice or instrumental lessons per student. And then anything that is over and above those 36 lessons, those things are cost at $75 to $100 an hour if a student wants to take more. And then there is a optional summer camp fee of for the summer, which would be at $600. And those are all the additional fees for the camps and for the program. And of course, need-based financial aid for all Landmark students is available for those who financially qualify. Please contact the Landmark Financial Aid Office for details with that. So that is the basic breakdown of what the Landmark Music Academy will include and what we're going to offer. And so that concludes our information to you. And now the webinar opens up for some questions that you may have. And so if you type some in, we've got those questions here. And if we don't get to your question tonight, please email Monica Lee at mlee@landmark-cs.org. So here's a question that we've gotten. When will the application be available and where?
Well, that's going to be available online at the Landmark Music Academy website.
Okay. And any other questions there?
Yeah, here's one. Is there any cost to apply for the Landmark Music Academy? And the answer to that is no. There's no cost to apply for the Landmark Music Academy. And as we move forward with that, just do keep in mind that you do need to go through the regular admissions process to become a student at Landmark Christian School if you're going to participate in the Landmark Music Academy.
Okay. Here's the, where do you submit the video? All right. Well, you're going to upload to YouTube. So a YouTube link, you're going to upload it to on the application that you fill out on the website. So if you go to Landmark website, you will click on the Landmark Music Academy link, and that will open up an application there. And then you will see the area to upload your link to that. Okay.
We've got a question. Is scholarship for 1 year or for multiple years? And we have to reassess that every year.
Yeah, so basically the program is going to be run similar to the conservatory style, where every semester each student will be evaluated. They're called juries, or there's different names for them, and based on the student's progress, which we're very hopeful that every student is progressing, that it should be very easy to keep the scholarship. However, based on the student's progress, not just technically and talent-wise, but also just effort and attitude and so on and so forth, can really affect things down the road. But it will be assessed every year.
All right, and for those of you who are listening, if you do have any questions, just a reminder that you can type them in, and we'd be happy to take a look at those and answer any of the questions that you have. And we have another one coming through here asking whether or not the students in the Landmark Music Academy will have to purchase any of their own music equipment. And well, yes, if you play an instrument or something like that, you do have to purchase your own instrument and have all of that and the basic and hardware and accessories for their instrument. So if there are any bassoonists out there, you will need to bring the bassoon with you.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just the basic things. If you play guitar, of course, you have to have your own guitar. You have to have your cables and your pedals and so on and so forth. But other than that, no. We will have all the keyboard labs, all of that stuff, all the recording stuff will be here on site that we'll be learning on and using for all the students. So, yep.
And for anybody who did come in late and missed the beginning of it, we will have this all recorded, and we will be sending a link out tomorrow so that you will be able to see the video from the start and see it all the way through.
We have another question. Will there be other scholarships offered to other academic programs, not just the Landmark Music Academy? Honestly, that has not been discussed by the Landmark Music Academy team. So we will direct that probably to the head of school, Jason McMaster.
Okay.
All right.
All right. And what else do we have here?
Audition.
Oh yeah, here's that one. Do the master classes cost extra? Are they included in the tuition? The master classes and the lessons, the private lessons, are all included in that $1,500 fee. Okay, so that's not an extra cost whatsoever.
Okay, so another question following up on how the Music Academy works in the student schedule. The students will be taking all of their regular credit hours within Landmark. There are going to be some optional pathways for them to achieve some of those credits as we go forward using some of their online opportunities that we have offered, but they will be taking each of their core credits. And then as we expand our schedule to allow them to be able to have some more electives as we move into next year, they're going to be able to take the Music Academy time slot for 2 of those elective periods to allow them to have some individual instruction, for them to be able to have some of their master classes, and for them to be able to continue to progress also in groups and as a team, and as they work on their projects together, as they bring the theory in with everything that they're doing with learning their craft as we move forward.
We've got another question. Who is making the Music Academy relevant? We're looking at a broad spectrum of industry leaders, producers, professionals in Atlanta, those who understand different aspects of the industry because they do it every day. This will be a well-rounded group. We're building a board of directors with current industry professionals. We are extremely excited to have Tamara Simmons as an anchor to our board.
Okay. All right. I've got one one more here. It says, will we take field trips? Yeah. As mentioned before, Atlanta is just teeming with wonderful studios, and we have BMI that's stationed here in Atlanta, which is a publishing house that handles a lot of the songwriters in the nation. And so the folks that will be going to see are here in Atlanta, when we have some other people coming in as well. So we have professionals coming in on site as well, but most of them will be in Atlanta and nearby. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Who is teaching the master classes? That's a really good question. What's great about that is the reason why we're partnered with music industry leaders is that we're going to utilize them for things like this. So if we want to do a master class on songwriting, if we want to do a master class on music marketing or something in business, someone like Tamara Simmons is really going to help guide us with some of the professionals in the area, as well as individuals. We have people that we know personally that we can invite and do some of these. Also keep in mind, it's not just going to be master classes one day coming in. We're actually within the leadership modules for just the Landmark Academy students. Those leadership modules will be specific to the music industry. So we will be bringing people in to add to the Leadership Academy for those students. So those students, so they may have a long-term master class, might be 2 or 3 weeks, but they may have a master class for a day. And right now, without divulging names, but we do have a lot of professionals coming in and that we're working on lining up for that.
One of the classes, or one of the questions that came in through was what grades are available for this, or what grades of students are able to participate. And this is available for 9th through 12th graders, but there is an additional pathway for 8th graders to participate in this, but it's really targeted towards the 9th through 12th grade. But the 8th graders will be able to participate in most of the program throughout their 8th grade year.
Yeah, just a reminder, if you're listening to the webinar and you do have questions, you need to go ahead and type those in so they can pop up on us. Yeah, we're about to wrap up here. It's just we want to make sure we get some last questions that are coming in. So again, if you have any more questions, please feel free to type those in. However, if you do not have anything specific that you can think of now, please pick up the phone, get on the computer. You can email Monica Lee. You can email myself, Don Johnson, here at Landmark, and we'll be happy to email you back or pick up the phone and talk with you if you have someone interested, one of your students or one of your family members might be interested in things. But yeah, so just go ahead. If you have a couple more questions, we're going to wrap up pretty soon.
Okay, so one of the questions is about where is the Academy going to be held? Well, long term, one of the things that we're looking at doing is we're looking at creating a fine arts center that is going to be able to house all of this as it continues to grow. In the first initial year of it, what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to provide space within the schedule to allow our students to be able to participate in a broader selection of music electives and programming here that will be able to help the Music Academy actually launch and populate. And so with that, it's not really going to be so much an issue of space as it is space in the schedule that we'll be looking at. And that's going to be how we're going to be able to start moving this forward as we move into our full vision of having the Fine Arts Center.
Yeah, a couple other questions that come in. on this. And also keep in mind too, in regards to capacity, if it's referring to number of students in the classroom, there is a limitation within how many students we can have in their initial year here for the Landmark Music Academy. So it's not going to be a lot of students initially. And the way it's going to be run, it's really going to be housed in one main classroom anyway. So it's not going to take up any additional space or create a influx of a bunch of students just yet. That'll come down the road when we get a fine arts facility. So that's not a big issue at this point. Someone says, I don't see the application on the website. When will it be posted? It's going to be posted after the webinar. I've actually seen it, so it's available. We're just going to post it after the webinar. And then can I learn about music production or sound engineering?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, that's one of our main focuses. And each person that comes in and auditions is going to bring a different gift to the table. And as soon as we know what we've got in our group of students, we will assess what we need. But going straight into it, we do have faculty that will be teaching digital recording, and that can morph into sound engineering. Absolutely.
Yeah. The overall concept for the Music Academy is everyone's going to kind of come in with one main thing that they're going to be great at. It might be songwriting, might be they might be a producer, they might be, whatever it might be. They might be a guitar player, but everybody is going to get the well-rounded education on how to record, how to run the board, how to upload a song, and how to manage that, and how to watch out for pitfalls when you're doing things like that. But everyone's going to get all of that. The relevance of this Music Academy, it's different than the standard music academies that in music education that I grew up with. The old way is not as relevant as what's out there and what our young students are interested in. And so we want to make sure that if our kids are already producing music, which they are, we have students currently on campus that have produced albums, that have produced songs that are out there that are live streaming right now. And they are current students that really don't know exactly how to do what they're doing. They're very good at what they do. But if they really want to take the path of going into the music industry, I want them in Landmark. I want to guide them with their spiritual growth, and then also make sure that they understand what they're getting into. But more importantly, I want their craft to be excellent, and I want them to understand that Christ is in them completely at all times, so that they truly can go and impact the music industry. Not because they're a great guitarist or a great songwriter, because they are that, but in addition, God's going to use them powerfully through this. So that's really important to us. All right. All right. Any other questions?
Well, it doesn't look like there are any more coming through, so we're going to wrap up for this evening. Thank you all for attending this webinar with us tonight. And we are really excited about what's going on here at Landmark. We're really excited about the launch of the Music Academy, and we're really excited to have you join us on this journey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.